scrap yarn, crochet hook, this is a 2.5, scissors, darning needle, and you can make your puff flowers, which look like this up close. They're very cute. Making a magic circle like so. There. And you have your magic circle. Now wrap your yarn around your hand. I prefer wrapping because I have easier control of my yarn. Now we make 12 single crochets, and this is how to make a single crochet in a magic circle. Underneath, hook, pull through, you have 2 loops, hook, pull through both loops. That's the first single crochet. Let's do another one. Underneath, hook, pull through, grab, pull through. That's 2, and let's do this one more time. Hook underneath the circle, grab your working yarn, pull through, you have 2 loops, grab your working yarn again, pull through. You now have 3 single crochets, and we'll be back when we're done with the 12th single crochet. And we're back with the last single crochet. Just make sure that when you're crocheting, the tail of your magic circle doesn't disappear under your single crochets, because you need it to pull through at the end. So again, underneath, grab your working yarn, pull it up. You have 2 loops, grab your whole yarn, pull through both loops. You have the last single crochet, and then pull. See, pull, and pull some more, as tight as you can. There we go. This is as tight as I can go for now. We'll carry on adjusting later. Now, this is the last single crochet here. So in the first single crochet, pull up against underneath both stitches, right? Drop this working yarn because we're done with the inner circle, and we're about to go to the petals. Now wrap your yarn around your fingers with your new working yarn. Now the back, we're about to do this. To attach your new working yarn, you grab your working yarn, pull it through the first loop, underneath the first stitch, then pull it through that last loop, and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the base of your puff stitch, and this is the previous working yarn. You pull it just to tighten it a little bit, and you have now secured your second working yarn. Now cut, and now we're only left with pink. So you've chained 3, yarn over into that first stitch. If you're hiding your tails, make sure that they go above the crochet hook, and you yarn over, you grab your tail, and you pull up to the height of your 3 chain here, and yarn over 2. So that's 1. You do 3 puff stitch in this first stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3. So you'll end up with 4 loops on your hook, and you move on to the second stitch. Yarn over. Let's just make sure I can see the second stitch properly. Yarn over, put it in, grab your yarn, pull out, grab grab your yarn, pull through 2, that's 1, that's 2, and whoop, yarn over, and this is 3. It gets a bit tricky, but the end you need to have 7 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then grab your yarn, hook, and pull through all 7, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then slip stitch back onto that stitch you were doing your puff stitch in. So that's a slip stitch, and pull, and you have your first puff petal. Chain 3, and you begin your second puff petal. Yarn over into the next stitch, pull up to the same height, yarn over, pull through 2, that's the first one. That's the second one, yarn over, pull through the stitch, grab, pull through, pull up, yarn over, whoops, pull through 2, and now you have 4. And that's now when you move on to the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through, pull up, 1, 2, and 3. Make sure there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on your hook. Grab your yarn and pull through all 7 and chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then slip stitch. So you grab your yarn, pull up, you get 2, and then the yarn you grab, you rotate your hook, grab it and pull it through that first loop, and you have a slip stitch and you have 2. I will meet you at the end. You are meant to have 6 petals. By the end, I'll meet you at the last stitch. Okay, so we're at the last petal, and what you see, the 2 spaces. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, put it in to the 11th single crochet, pull up, 1, pull up, 2, insert, pull up, 3. And then the last stitch, yarn over, insert hook, pull through, pull up, pull through 2, 1, two, oops, and 3, grab and pull through that, and you should have 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. Grab your yarn, pull through all 7, chain 3, and slip stitch. Now I like to slip stitch into here, so that slip stitch and cut quite a tail to weave through. And tighten. Right, you see how your magic circles open. This is why you don't weave in this end. Can, and it closes. So darning needle, try that again. And you put like so. You weave in the tail so that it doesn't unravel. I like to weave in the different color parts in the color section so I can hide my weaving in better. There we go. And snip the excess. So just snip it up. And let's weave the last tail in, and I'll be back. This is what I like to use mine for, as little hairpins. So depending on how I want them to sit, this is the top part of the bobby pin. You open it up, and at the back you insert, and you insert on the other side, and you have a flower bobby pin. And so let me see, I'll show you again. Yeah, turn it over to the back, so the puff part is in the front, and in the back it looks like so. Your bobby pin, the top part of your bobby pin, take it off, so push through, grab on the other end as well, and you have a flower bobby pin like this. And that's how I use mine.